They're probably wondering why are they wearing the same clothes. Hello, hello. Who's here?
Hello, people.
Let's see. Sometimes this is delayed, so I'm just gonna check. Yeah, me too. I got it too. Hello, everyone who is here. Yay! Faye is here. How do you like our Ashrebi? Our Thanksgiving Ashrebi? Our Thanksgiving Ashrebi has come out to play. Good to see you, Faye. How you doing? How's our little woman, our boss lady? Hi, everyone. Send a message if you're here, just so we can see. I just would like this to see the messages start coming through. Oh, thank you, Faye. You're so sweet.
Much.
Hi. Okay, keep the messages coming, guys. Always so nice when we get to chat with you guys live. Okay, welcome, guys. If you're here live and you would like to share, please leave me a message about where you're joining from. It's always so nice to get to know where you guys are watching from. I enjoy getting to meet you guys and knowing about your background. So if you would like to, please leave that. If Daddy is present, of course. Naiwan of Saskatoon, welcome as always. Thank you, guys. Okay, for those of you who are new here, welcome. Nice to have you here. My name is Marina. I'm not alone today. I am joined by my fellow flower girl. We're doing Thanksgiving bridal train today. We have the same cloth. Oh my God. I'll pass it to Funke in a minute to introduce herself, and then we can get the conversation going. We have so much to talk about today, so let's do it. Yamsko, welcome. You're missing in your face, baby girl. In your face, baby. Okay, Funke, you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Suyi. I'm a YouTuber based in China, Pakistan. On my channel, I talk about settlement business and a pleasure to be here as well.
So Funke is Marina in Regina. Marina is in Saskatoon. Funke is the Marina in Regina. Let me see, you'll be okay. Everybody calm down. Funke, they can barely hear you. Okay, so you want to speak a little louder? It should be, I'm guessing. Okay. Yami still says she can barely hear you, so maybe speak a little louder.
Okay, guys. So based in China, about business and I'm really excited to be here.
Okay, is that better now, guys? Please let us know, because I'm not sure why you can't hear. Tracy Ann, welcome, girl. Always so nice. Okay, can't hear. Like, who can't you hear? What's going on? They said they can't hear you.
That's a mic issue. But we're using the same.
We're using the same. Like, we're not even using mics. We're using the computer audio. It's cracking. Okay. I really don't know what's happening. They say mine is clear, but yours isn't. That's strange. Okay. Can you speak some more? Let's try again.
Is it better now?
So super weird. Mm-hmm. Please let us know if you can hear Funke. Talk some more, okay? Okay, Marina, you're loud and
Maybe
clear.
switch seats.
Very odd. We can hardly hear her. Like, okay, say come closer. Let's see the computer a little closer to you.
Is it?
We're screaming. It is really weird. But where would you connect it to? That's the problem. Yeah. If you put a port in, I will not be able to hear from the computer. That's the difference. Except it's two mics.
Yeah,
to connect
two
it.
mics.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can switch this up. Let me sit down on her seat and see. Can you guys still hear me? Are you still able to hear me, guys? Please let me know. Please let me know, guys, if you can hear me, because I'm sitting on Funke's seat now. I'm just a bit curious why you can hear me and you can't hear her, and we're both using the same device. So what was happening? So they can hear me very well. What was happening? Anyway, good to have you guys here. Always so nice. So something is definitely happening. Try, let's see. Yes, they could hear me. Big liar. So please let us know if you can hear us.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, so they can hear us clearly now. Okay, which one is no? One person says I can hear clearly, the other person says no. Which one is it? It's you they can't hear now. Funke, what's happening? They can hear me, they cannot hear you. You can pack your load and go. Funke is muffled. That's what they're saying. The thing moved with you. Ah. Can we try? Let's try and see. Is it Bluetooth? Would it connect? Is it supposed to connect to the computer?
Here you go. I think there's a here. Oops, you have this. Output? No, you have the pin one.
It's on this other side. Okay.
This is a microphone monitor.
Are you connected to something now? Are you wearing something?
No, we can put this here. So is it working? I can't even hear her laugh. This is crazy. Is it working now? Can you hear us?
He says it and get behind.
Okay.
Okay, so you can hear us now. Okay, thank you. I'm seeing the yeses coming. Please just let us. Okay, can you hear both of us now? Thank you. Wow, that was the weirdest thing ever.
Village people, please go back. I beg. I'm in Canada. I'm not in Nigeria.
Okay, people. So Funke is visiting me from Regina. I've been hosting her since yesterday, and we have had an amazing time. We thought it'd be great for both of us to come to you guys together. And then Funke heard about this morning, came upstairs, and she was wearing clothes that I have. I said it's a sign. God is trying to tell us that we should wear ashwebi for this thing. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so we have a lot to be grateful for. So that's why we're wearing anko. For those of you who are wondering, like, who gave you people the same cloth? It's coincidence. Okay, so today we're just going to come chill with you guys again, answer whatever questions you guys have, and just have a few conversations. Like you would see from the title of the video, I said, what have you heard about settling into life in Canada? So I'm going to be taking some questions from you guys, and I'm going to be asking Funke the question as well. Funke has been in Canada. You want to talk a bit about what that journey has been like?
Oh my God.
Wait, let me give you direction with this.
Please.
Funke, I have had people secretly reach out to me to say, Funke keeps saying she came to Canada as a tailor. Marina, is it true? People have asked me. Let me just confess in public. So please, maybe start from there. Did you really come to Canada as a tailor?
Okay, fantastic. Yes. As funny as it sounds, that is actually the gospel truth. I came into Canada as a tailor, and that is through the Federal Skill Trade Program. How the journey started, very funny one. I had spoken about this on my channel, did a video about it extensively, but just to give you guys a heads up about how it got started. That very day I got back from work, and before then I had tried everything. Tried, opening a profile on the Ontario Immigration Pilot Program. For some reason, my NOC was never picked for the longest time. And then I got back from work, I was just on the bed. I started scrolling through my phone, and I got a notification saying Saskatchewan had just released a new NOC code for tailor, milliners, alterationist. It's a 3-in-1 occupation 3-in-1 occupation in one NOC code. And I said, I'm a tailor and I alter garments as well. Why not if not? And right there and then I submitted my expression of interest. And to my greatest surprise, in fact, I didn't even inform my husband about it. It was after I got invitation to apply. Under 2 days, I said, Chaik, so come and see you. Invitation to apply for Saskatchewan immigration program. I said, it's a lie. And then I showed him, when did you do this? It was just 2 days ago. I just, decided to try my luck. And that was how it happened. Yes, mind you, I have a full-time job. And I said, okay, how do I go about this? Because yes, I'm a tailor on a part-time basis. And then, of course, researching more, I realized that I can actually say, yeah, this particular occupation, I do it part-time, and then this is my full-time job. And that was how we started the whole process, which brought us, we landed in Canada as a permanent resident.
So did you have to provide proof of you being a fashion designer, tailor in your application?
Yes, I did.
So the requirements will pretty much mirror what the SIMP requirements are, but there will just be the extra that you have to provide for that.
Yes. And because it's a trade occupation, there's really no how you can say you want to evaluate or you want to verify the authenticity of that person.
I can sew, yeah. Not like they'll call you into a room and say, oh, yeah, sew something.
Or, you want to have an interview. Yeah. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to, send pictures, if possible, videos. And then there are some certifications that you need to be able to show, like your apprenticeship certificate, just to show that you've done your apprenticeship certificate. And
Are you serious? So those people that used to do like serve under Madame, that used to escape.
I served under Madame.
Certificates from Madame. Wow.
I served, and thankfully, what actually happened is my mom used to have a very big tailoring outfit. She used to sew for, the big guns back in Nigeria, like Flour Mills, Dangote. She sews their coveralls. And then those times when she will, speak to those tailors that, okay, we have a contract, you guys need to get things done. That is when they'll start calling and saying, Madam, I'm not feeling fine. Madam, my daughter is not, I have to do this, I have to do that. And we, the kids, because we have a timeline to meet, she'll just, so yeah, go on, so. So that was how the whole interest, came about. And that was how, yeah.
Okay. So that's Funke in a nutshell. We'll come back to Funke in the course of the conversation. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're not missing any questions while we're doing this. So the B says, what investment opportunities are available to immigrants? This is a very good question. You want to start?
So when it comes to investments, I think it's relative and depends on what you are capable of, or what type of investment program that you're capable of investing in. For example, you might want to, I was discussing franchise with you the other day.
That's what I was just going to say first, like franchises.
And honestly speaking, I'm yet to see We the Black dominate that sector, buying businesses. There are people that are buying businesses. Some particular people are actually thriving, and you can see that it's a deliberate movement.
Yeah. Some people even use it as opportunity to then recruit other people from their country to do it,
to come into Canada. So yes, you can look into franchise and then your typical TFSA, stocks, bonds, and the likes. Okay, so the opportunities are there, but you have to ask yourself the question, because every investment comes with a risk.
Different. Like, what can you afford? What's your capital? First of all, like
exactly,
it can go from us with like TFSA, like she was saying, that's a short form for tax-free savings account. People use those as investment vehicles. Depending on how much you have, you can contribute as little as $100 a month
every
to
month.
TFSA that is getting invested in other things that generate income.
Exactly.
And then the franchise will be on the other end, because that's going to require a lot more significant capital.
Definitely.
Something else that I look around Saskatoon and I see something as a very viable business opportunity is that, as big and as populated as Saskatoon is, we have one African restaurant. One. But we have a lot of people who cook out of their homes.
Yes.
So there's nothing that stops maybe 2, 3, or 4 people who
Coming
coming
together.
together to say, what can we do?
Yeah.
Let's pull our resources
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
and have like a standard
Yeah.
restaurant. That's going to need
This a more
more.
structured
Yes,
restaurant.
that's going to need a lot of capital. It's going to
Mhm.
need a lot of checks because
Mhm.
they are like safe food handling certifications that people have to complete before they can
True.
even do things like that.
Exactly.
It's going to be more capital intensive. But
Mhm.
can you imagine what that does for us to have a place where other countries who want to try out Nigerian food, they can go there and say, this is an African restaurant, let me go and try.
Exactly, because even
So
as it is right now, you have Mexican restaurants, you have
Asian, the
Asian restaurants.
Vietnamese, the
Exactly.
Chinese,
So
but there are no standard African restaurants in most places. So that's an opportunity, DB. I hope
that's
we
an
answer that.
mhm.
I think DB had follow-up. He said, benefits. What are the benefits available to immigrants? What benefits are available?
Depends on what you mean by benefits. Well, the most popular ones that we know of is when you come in into Canada, depending on your status, like
Yeah.
how you come in. Some people come in as a foreign worker, some people come in as permanent residents. Okay, so as a permanent resident, you have some benefits, and that is if you have kids, you have the the CCB. That is the childcare benefit.
That's if you have children, yeah.
Yeah. And then you also have housing, okay, where it's really subsidized, and that way it gives you some space, some time to recoup, make some money, save up, and then you can go ahead to maybe buy your own house or rent a proper apartment.
Okay. If I may just add to that, like
Mhm.
most of the benefits that Canada offers, it's very directly related to what your net family income is. So where you are financially is what will determine what you get.
Mhm.
The higher you earn, the lesser the benefits you get. Some of us don't have any benefits anymore. I'm very salty about it. But then again, it just makes me grateful for the opportunity to make real income, like and not depend on benefits. For some people, they absolutely have to depend on it because things are expensive, yo.
Things
So
are
any
very
extra that
expensive.
comes in,
Yes.
very appreciated. But it totally depends on your joint family income. Okay. Another question came in, say, Funka, this is back to you now. How long did your PR process take under the federal skilled trades program, and did you relocate with your family?
Okay, so yes, I relocated with my family, myself, my husband, and my 2 kids. The entire process, you know how it is. You have the provincial process. I'm just gonna break it down that way, which takes approximately, depending on the program again, because for Saskatchewan, to be more precise, you have different types of program. You have the entrepreneurship program, you have the occupation in demand program, you have the SIMP/express entry program, which takes about 4 to 6 months. So that was the the one I opted for. It took about 4 months for them to give me a feedback, and the feedback came with a nomination certificate. So that nomination certificate was loaded on my express entry profile, which
That one
gave
that
me
gives 600 points?
Yeah, which gave me an additional 600 points. So automatically I was qualified for the draw. And as soon as the draw was held, I was invited to apply for permanent residency, which took about, call it, 6 months.
So from beginning to end, how long would you say? Was it like, if you were going to give like a rough estimate, what did that take from start to finish?
Maybe 10 months.
Under 1 year?
Yeah, under 1 year.
And did you relocate with your family? Like it's permanent residence, so you covered your family,
Oh, yes.
right?
We came in with our COPR and got it stamped at the airport, and yes.
Okay. As a student in Saskatchewan Polytechnic, do I still need IELTS to get nominated? I'm guessing that you're talking about SIMP after you get your postgraduate work permit.
Yeah. So yes, the thing is, for whatever route you come into Canada as, especially if you're a temporary worker falls under categories of you being a worker, or you being a student, or being a visitor. Whatever it is, for you to convert that particular visa, to become a permanent resident, you
need to
must
provide-
write your IELTS.
You need to provide, if you're already in Canada, CLB can work. but you must provide proof of language proficiency. I think that's
Yes.
what you mean. Yeah.
Yes.
Even during citizenship, they will still ask you. But for
Mhm.
me, how I got away, they would take your expired IELTS certificate when you.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's what happened. I
Oh,
submitted
wow.
my expired IELTS, just showing that I have passed
Mhm.
language proficiency assessment. So at every step of the way,
Yeah.
it's like they ask for you to
Same.
provide that proof of
Yes.
language
Yeah.
proficiency. So yes, you need
Yes.
to.
It's very, very,
Okay,
very
I'm
mandatory.
scrolling to see
Mhm.
that we did not miss any question. Please, what are the
Let me
benefits
see.
for new single immigrants? Again, it comes down to what your income is. You
Mhm.
might be able to qualify for rental subsidy. That sounds like the only one that may apply.
Mhm.
Because the other ones I know is childcare benefit
Yeah.
and then the childcare subsidy that they pay to
Yes.
daycares
To
on your
daycares on
behalf.
your behalf.
Other than that, other than rental, I don't know any other one that you as a single person will qualify for.
I
If you have
remember.
an employer who offers employer paid benefits, then it will
Mhm.
cover things like your dental, like
Yes.
vision, because the
Mhm.
provincial healthcare doesn't cover some of
All
those
of
things. So your
those.
employers, most
Yeah.
employers pay for it.
Okay.
Okay. If you have any other questions about Funke's relocation process, please ask. It seems like people are very fascinated by that. Me too. I'm hearing the story for the first time. So
Yes.
okay. What would you advise is the best bank to open an account?
Hmm.
Let the fighting begin. Which bank? You guys, please suggest. For those of you who have been in Canada, what would you say the best bank is? I would say you can't go wrong with the top five, like with the big
Exactly.
five.
With the big five.
But please, recommendations. I know that TD is represented in this chat. I know them. TD, yes.
I have my reservations about TD, but let's not go there. I'm
Jesus.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
So the big five banks in Canada are CIBC, BMO, TD,
Mhm.
Scotiabank, and RBC.
RBC.
That's where I
Correct.
find most of these people go. And most of these banks have packages that they
For
offer for
newcomers.
newcomers,
Yeah.
where they offer you accounts that is interest free for like 12 months,
They
where
still
they don't
do.
collect like charges, they don't collect
Yes.
like, there's something they call bank fees
Bank fees.
for like 12 months. So most of them provide that for newcomers. So
Mhm.
yeah, with those top five, apart from Funke who has reservations about TD,
I
she
have
will tell me.
big reservations about, but offline,
Ah,
not on
please,
this
I
life.
have good experience with TD.
Are you
Still consider
serious?
them. Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
Hmm.
So with the top five, you should be fine. With any of the top five, you should be fine. But I have sentimental attachments to some of them.
It's understandable.
Please, can a 47-year-old take express entry? I'm going to be directing the express entry questions at you because I did not do express entry. I don't have first-hand experience, so please
Well,
go
the
ahead.
thing is, once you cross the age of 35, you start losing points in the express entry system, because it's a point-based system, and you're being appraised by how many points you can gather when it comes to age, work experience, and every other thing. So I would say that if you can try to, look at some other prevention nomination programs, you have quite a number of them. SINP is one. You also have OINP, that is for Ontario. You also have for Manitoba, you have for Nova Scotia, you have for Newfoundland and Labrador. So most of the provinces here in Canada, they actually have a lot of prevention nomination programs that accommodate people within that age bracket, 47, 50, 55. Okay, so you may want to look into those programs.
How can I attract nomination from Saskatchewan? What are the knocks they're choosing from right now? It's going to be hard. Like, would you know what exactly the knock codes are?
There are a lot of NOC codes that are high in demand, and it all boils down to your experience. Okay, so I don't know if you are a trade person or if you are a skilled worker. So I don't know if you're a doctor or you're a baker or whatever it is. We have there, not we, I'm not an immigration consultant, please. I'm just sharing my own personal experience. I know that for a while now, we've had some trade occupations like being a baker, being a welder, carpentry. We also have that is being in demand for the past 1 year. And you may want to look into that, especially if you have experience in any of those occupations.
Is there an age limit for SIMP?
No.
It's hard. Like most of them don't put an age limit, but the older
Mhm.
you get, the lesser the point is. So the younger
Exactly.
you are, the higher the chances. So
Exactly. Yeah.
does Sask University have DLI and PGWP? I think you're asking if University of Saskatchewan is a DLI and if it's eligible for postgraduate work permit. The answer is yes and yes to both of them.
Mhm.
Okay, somebody is suggesting RBC as a good bank. Great, good bank too. In your old videos, Marina, you mentioned tax filing for new immigrants, even though one hasn't stayed up to a year. Using salary info from home country, what's the process like? Okay, so let me clarify. You don't need to have been here for a year. You just have to be here during tax filing season, right? And if you are here while tax filing is going on, you are required to file taxes. If you have not gotten a job in Canada that will provide you like a T4, you can use your income from your old country as what your income was for the last year. Okay, most people for like the first year, depending on the time of the year that you arrive, if you are here during tax filing season, you are mandated to file your taxes because it's in filing taxes they determine which benefits you are eligible for the next year. So even if you have not gotten a job here, it is still advisable that you file your taxes. Okay, will your TIN be required? That's tax identification number. I'm thinking this person is talking about from Nigeria.
Yeah, from Nigeria or their home country.
I don't know if we had to provide TIN. It's been a long time. I don't remember.
Yes, you have to provide TIN.
Do you?
Yes, I filed my tax as soon as we landed in Canada. We landed in March and we filed immediately. So we provided our
that
TIN.
certificate. Okay, so if you have it, all the better. I honestly don't remember what it was like in year one. Thank God, I've been here that long, Sha. Wow.
A citizen. My nephew-in-law.
My nephew-in-law is a fashion designer. How can she apply for Funke's type of nomination? It's on the SIMP website, right?
Yes, it is. But the thing is, for the past call it 8 to 9 months now, that NOC code has been removed. The NOC code for fashion designing has been removed. The video I made was in December, and I don't know, maybe I don't know who watched the video, and it was just removed. But it doesn't fall. When I checked the exemption list of NOCs, it's not there. So that means maybe they just put it up when they get the amount of people they need per quota, they take off the NOC code. So
it's not there right now.
It's not there right now, but you have to keep checking.
Okay. How about generator mechanics? Other trades?
Yes. You have mechanics. It's called mechanics. The NOC code, I had shared this on my channel, but maybe I'll just put up another video just to share the NOC codes to all these trade occupations, and then whatever you feel is
more applicable,
you can go ahead
and I think the same thing applies. Sorry to cut you.
No, it's fine.
It applies to electricians as well. I just saw it come in. I wanted you to add to that.
Okay? Yes. Electricians are actually in demand right now.
Okay.
Electricians, especially people that repair fridge and AC, it's also in demand as well for SIMP.
Okay, so basically just talk about the trades seems to be in demand. So guys, look it up some more. Guys, before we continue, I just wanted to let you guys know that we are currently 5 subscribers away from 30,000 subscribers. So please, if you haven't subscribed, if we hit 30,000 on this call, we're going to be
pop champagne.
So please, if you haven't subscribed, just go and hit subscribe now. Help me, okay? Make Thanksgiving more exciting for me. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow in Canada, in case we didn't mention. But if you haven't subscribed, please hit subscribe. I'm monitoring the numbers. We're currently like 4 away from 30,000, guys. So please make it happen, okay? Okay, Yemi still says she was not asked for TIN. They just asked for annual income. That's what I remember. Like I just provided the amount.
I remember I put in my TIN number as well.
If you have your TIN, provide it just to be safe. Yeah. Okay, another one. As a commercial bakery owner, how do you prove eligibility under the NOC, under trades? You show pictures, right?
You show pictures, and then there's some other things that you have to you have to inform the immigration officer about. lot of documentation is involved.
Can
So
you
if
speak
you're
a little about
interested,
some of them? Like what?
okay, so yeah, I mentioned the apprenticeship certificate. Okay, and then you are required to show at least 2 government issued document that verifies that particular occupation, like your what is it called, your pension, if you work for an employer that pays pension and some other benefits, then that works fantastic. If not, if you pay personal income tax yourself because your employer who owns the tailoring outfit or the bakery outfit does not make all those remissions, you're free. Remittances. You are free. You are free to also provide those documents as well. But if you want more information, you can just
you can reach out.
You can reach out to me.
Okay, I'm just scrolling. Is Funke still in tailoring?
Yes, so
I can tell you guys for free that she is. She brought me, oh God, I wish I wore it, but no, when I wear it, I'll tell you guys. But yes, she still continues in tailoring.
Yes.
If you land as a permanent resident, do you need to take your driver's abstract with you, or will Saskatchewan request it from your home country? I feel like this person's about to shame me because this information I am supposed to know.
Oh
Tracy,
my God.
can we do this in private, please? You know you're my friend. I don't have the answer right now, but I promise you I will find this information and I will send it to you personally. I'm very embarrassed because I'm supposed to know this for obvious reasons.
I can't even remember.
I don't know.
I know what I did was I showed my driver's license.
Yes, I know about driver's license, but I don't know about driver's abstract.
Yeah.
I know that there are employers who, depending on the kind of job you're going to take,
Yes,
they'll require
they'll
a driver's
require the
abstract. But to get a license, I don't think you automatically provide a driver's abstract.
No.
But like I said, Tracy, I would confirm this information and I'll send it to you personally.
Especially for those people that are interested in trucking.
In truck driving, yes, they usually request for driver's abstract.
Oh, Victoria.
Subscribe from day one. Oh, you are so sweet, Victoria. Thank you. How do you feel? You were there from day one and now are almost at 30,000. Thank you very much for all the support over the years. Please, how easy is it to start truck business in Canada with minimum investment? Are you sure truck and minimum can go together? It sounds like a business that requires capital to me.
Of course. Huge capital.
Yeah.
Huge capital, because you have to pay for where you're going to, leave your truck packed. And then you have to look for businesses just to help,
if I get into the express entry pool while I'm waiting for nomination and I get admitted to a Canadian school, if I get nominated while studying, what should I do? You are going to continue studying until you get your confirmation of permanent residence. Then you are going to go to your school and tell them that your status has changed from international student to permanent resident. But yes, there are people who this has happened to. It's called dual intent. Like if you will have to declare it at some point. I'm coming as a student, but I'm also interested in express entry. I am in the pool, right? So yes, you're going to continue as an international student until you're confirmed as a permanent resident, and then you can change your status with your school. Can we have Funke's YouTube? Of course, she's at Funke Suyi. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Funke Suyi. Okay, one word. It's one word, right? I am going to put it straight on. Wow, we have so many questions. Okay, so that's Funke's handle on the screen. I'm going to go a little faster now so that. If a family comes into Canada as PRs and one of the couple had to frequent Niger for some reason, will it affect the rest of the family from being eligible for citizenship, considering that they all apply together? So the answer is no. It won't. What it means is that it is going to change the eligibility period for the person who continues to travel. So how Canada counts your physical presence in Canada is that you must have been here for at least 3 years within a 5-year period. I think it comes down to about 1,090 something days.
It's about 1,000 plus.
it's about
Days.
1,000 and something days that you
Mhm.
should have been in Canada within the last 5-year
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
It just means that the person, and for every time you are outside of Canada, it will
Mhm.
count down from that.
Yes.
So if the person who's frequently traveling finally hits that 1,096, I'm not very sure, but it's
Mhm.
about 1,000 something days.
Mhm.
If you hit that, then you can apply. The people who have been here are going to become eligible before you.
Of course.
They have the option of going ahead to do their own application
Mhm.
while you wait until you are eligible, or they will wait for you to become eligible and then everybody applies together.
Waiting for you is long.
They waited for me.
Are you serious?
Yes, my family waited for me
Oh,
because
wow.
I was the one who left Canada in that period. So my husband and my kids were eligible and they had to
Mhm.
wait, I think it was another 3 weeks to a month.
But that's okay.
It's not
Compared
bad
to people
compared to the
that-
people who go and come. So
Yeah.
they will be eligible to apply without you. And then well, I'm saying you, assuming that you are the one who's frequenting. Now you ask me, no verse. So so yes, when that person becomes eligible, then they can apply, but it will not affect them.
Mhm.
Anyway, Funke.
Hello.
Funke, can you employ Saints directly from Nigeria so they can come in on work permits?
Unfortunately, no. You
It's
know.
actually hard
But-
work.
but-
Like,
but-
people don't understand the LMIA process. Like, it's
It's
not
a
just
lot of
going to
work.
the government to say, give me LMIA and
Hmm.
they will give you. It's a lot of work convincing the government that
Yes.
there's no other person who's
Yes.
already eligible to work in Canada that can do the work.
Yes, a lot of documentation is also involved in the LMIA process, and plus that you have to pay.
Mhm.
The employer will have to pay
Pay.
1,000 Canadian dollars
Per
for
employee.
that
Per
per employee
employee.
for that applicant. So
But that's actually a business idea for you. So if you think about
It
opening
is.
a business,
You
a
guys should
sewing,
pray.
tailoring outfits,
I want to have a
you can bring
franchise.
your tailors from
Yes, from
Nigeria
Nigeria.
to come and sew,
Yes,
and
yes.
then Saints can apply, Abby.
Definitely.
So
You'll be the
Saints,
first person.
go and subscribe to Funke's channel so you will know the day that she has opened that business, and just know that she's ready to start to hire tailors from Nigeria. So you guys keep tabs. If you haven't subscribed to Funke's channel, please go and subscribe. Let's show her some love, Team Marina, okay? If I had 4 extra accounts, I would subscribe. Oh, that's so sweet. Marina, you've been excellent with the info over the years, or been here since inception. Thank you very much. Thank you. It makes me really glad when I see people who have been here from day one. Thank you for sticking around. Okay. I'm optimistic that I'll get my PR before December 31st. From your mouth to God's ears.
Amen.
However, I haven't decided when to move over. What do you think, using your personal experience, the best time of the year to land in Canada is? What's the best time? What would you say is the best time to land?
Well, since it's going to be winter, might be very harsh, especially when it comes to December, January, and knowing fully where you're coming from, your home country. So the impact might be very severe on your health. You may want to consider moving during spring. That is around that's March. March, April, May. Those are the warmer, okay months. It's still cold, but it's manageable compared to winter proper.
Okay. Okay. Let me see.
How many
Normally
subscribers are you?
you come with your driver's abstract in Ontario. Okay, so that's good to know.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Are you serious?
Yes!
I'm so excited!
Yay!
30,000!
We have officially crossed the 30,000 subscriber mark. You guys, what can I do without you?
Drum
all?
roll!
Okay, because we were anticipating that this will happen, we have a bottle of wine ready. So Funke, please pass the wine.
Oh yes.
We are going to pop, 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 pop. I'm so grateful for you all, you guys. So let's do it.
I'm so excited.
If this thing splashes on both of us.
Let me move this something backwards, I beg. Oh wow! Thank you guys. You saw the vision, no?
I did, right? Last
Woman
minute, I
of
just
God.
thought about it. Like, what if we hit 30,000 subscribers while we're live?
Oh
And it
wow!
is happening. So here
Oh
you go.
wow! Thank you.
So cheers to 30,000 of you
Thank
who have
you.
stuck with me since 2019. October 2019 is
wow.
almost exactly 4 years.
Oh wow!
You guys, I don't take you all for granted at all. Thank you. Thank you so much. So cheers to a 50,000. Cheers to
Amen.
100K. We'll come
Yes,
here
so the
soon
plaque.
to come and unveil that plaque.
Yes,
I
yes.
have my eyes on it, and we are going to do it.
Amen.
So thank you guys so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate you all.
Wow.
I'm so excited. I'm very
Congrats,
grateful.
Marina.
Peace, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Woohoo! Oh, you guys are so sweet. I feel the tears coming. Like just seeing this
Let me
message.
get tissue.
Sit down, my friend. Yemi says she needs tickets to Mexico. Come to Saskatoon first. Come and collect your Ashwebi first. Oh, thank you guys so much. Really, I'm getting a bit emotional. Thank you. I'm going to stop talking and go back to questions before you people make me cry in public.
Oh,
Okay, somebody
wow.
says you can do both, but I was told that express entry disqualifies the study route. I
Who
haven't
told
heard
you?
of that. I actually know somebody who came in here as a student, and it was while they were students they got PR. So I haven't heard of that.
Yeah. Especially if you had your profile
Yes.
already
As
active
you declared your
before
dual
landing.
intent.
Yeah.
Yes. As a PR holder, do you pay the same tuition as Canadians? Yes, you do. You're considered a domestic student. So permanent residents and Canadian citizens pay the same amount. And that amount can be 1/3
Yes.
of
the
international
actual.
tuition. Yeah.
It's a
So
lot.
if you can come as a permanent resident, better for you.
Oh, fantastic. 195 days.
1,095 days. Belle,
1,000.
thank you very much. I knew it was 1,000 something. I just wasn't sure. Thank you. Thank you. Hey girls, good to see you. Good to see you too. Thank you for coming. I have heard a single mother cannot relocate kids to Canada with their children. Is that true?
Who told you that?
I've not heard of that one.
Lots of news going up and down. That's not true.
Do you think maybe what the person is saying is that do you think they would need consent from like the child's father? I know that for international travel, sometimes they would ask if you're a single parent traveling with a child, they want to see that the other parent of the child is aware of where could that be what the person means? Like if the father of the child is aware, say single mother, so it's the mom asking.
Yeah.
If the father of the child is aware, I think all they have to do is just write a letter to say they are aware.
Yes. And
just something to make sure that you're not running away with the child
children.
and the other parent doesn't know.
Yeah.
But to say they can't, I don't think so.
I don't think so too. I'm looking for a cheap university, friend.
I'm looking for a cheap university offering computer science for my 12th grader. Like you're looking for a university for your child to study computer science.
As an undergraduate?
Yeah, because 12th grader means they're still in high school and then university. So
try and clarify.
Can you please clarify what you mean? The last time I was live, somebody asked me a question. My answer was not. The question was the East. So please, I'm not assuming anything again. Please help me clarify what you mean. LMIA is not for the week. I agree, Trician. SIMP is also not for the week. Okay. Funke talked about the job fair program coming soon. Do you want to speak a little more about that?
Yes. So there is a virtual immigration fair coming up. It's not just a job fair, it's also an immigration pathway to Newfoundland and Labrador. And I think that was my last video. I had done 2 videos on it. The first was how you can apply. It's coming up on the 25th of October. This October, the 25th of October. And this is open for Africans. So if you are an African, whatever country you're watching from, this is open to you. All you need to do is register for that virtual fair. I have this on my channel. And also, I had just recently done a video on how you can prepare yourself, for the virtual fair, because not so many people are familiar with what to do, especially when it comes to attending a virtual fair. So you just need to be prepared. Registration is free. This is open to anybody, and you're going to have employers from the healthcare industry, from IT, coming to that virtual fair from all across the, industries. So if you are interested, this is an immigration pathway to a lot of you that are looking to work in Canada.
Yeah.
Never say never.
Been here from day one. You shot the first video from a couch. You were so right, Abiodun. Like when I watched that video back, I laugh at myself.
I think you need to
Oh,
actually, put it
oh,
up or do a review
like these
on that
messages
video.
are melting my heart. Thank you
Please, oh
guys so
please.
much. I really, really appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you. I don't know how else I can explain it, but
I
there is
want
no
to.
Marina I see without you guys. Because
Yes.
no matter how authentic the content is, if you are not here, I'm talking to myself. But yeah, I'm still here because you guys support me and you encourage me to keep going. So please don't stop. Thank you. Keep the support coming. Okay, is Moose Jaw a nice place to live? Have you been to Moose Jaw?
I've not been to Moose Jaw.
Okay, so I have been to Moose Jaw, but only once. So the four biggest cities in Saskatchewan is in this order: Saskatoon. Well, I don't. When I say biggest, I don't mean by landmass. I'm just talking about the most populated, right? Saskatoon, Regina, and then the other two are Prince Albert and Moose Jaw. I don't know which is which. I just know Saskatoon is the most populated.
Yes.
So it's among the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small city, which means that the opportunities might not be the way it will be in the bigger cities.
Mm-hmm.
Some people swear that they cannot live anywhere outside of Moose Jaw. Some people, when they're one day, they escaped the next day because
Because they
so it
just can't
totally
cope.
depends.
Yes.
If you are looking for that Jaye Lagos kind of groove, my brother, it's
Saskatoon.
not, and my sister, it's not Moose Jaw. Even Saskatoon doesn't come close, but in Saskatchewan,
Yes.
Saskatoon is the closest
is
to
the
that.
closest, yes.
So if you want to go to like a place like Moose Jaw, you're going to have to adjust your expectations, just so you know it's a smaller city, relatively smaller than other places. So you might not have as many opportunities, but it's a livable city. That's what I'm going to say. Oh, Tracy Ann was already see my OGs are already sounding like me.
It's one of the
Smaller cities may have, yeah, depending on your profession. That's so true. Tracy, thank you. My content creator in the making. Do you know why the IRCC non-express entry PMP route doesn't ask you for proof of funds in the application? What does that mean?
Can you expatiate further?
Non-express entry PMP route.
Non-express entry.
I
That
honestly
is,
don't know what
you're
that
talking
means.
about PNP route. If you're saying non-express entry.
But PMP is typically always connected to express entry, no?
No, not in all situation.
Damilola, please, can you clarify what you mean?
Just clarify.
Please, just so we understand. Thank you guys very much. The messages are coming in. I appreciate that. Yes, you know that in this 4-year period, I've gone to school.
Not easy.
Finish the certificate. Did not just finish with a distinction. I don't even know how that happened. But the time became such a major issue, and it's you guys, though. It's all the support and the encouragement you guys give me. That's what gave me the zeal and the courage to keep coming in week after week. So it's our win for all of us. I'm dedicating it back to you guys. Okay. She graduated looking for admission to university, got offered to University of New Brunswick without scholarship. Sounds like a follow-up. Is this the 12th grader computer science question? Rosalie, you know what you can do for us? Please put everything in one comment so that we'll see it as one. It's hard for us to piece the pieces together because there are a number of comments in between.
Yeah.
What are the chances at a job fair for someone who just transitioned into, I think that's web development, without work experience yet? I think it's the virtual job fair you were talking about, so it might be great for you to. I can speak a little more after you're done.
Yeah, so the job fair is open to everybody, and reading through the requirements, there's nowhere mentioned that you must have so years of experience. So I just think you should prepare yourself, put your best foot forward, have your resume. I'm sure you would have done internship at some point.
And that's experience.
It counts. So don't limit yourself. Go ahead and register and be open and just put together a resume. Look out for employers that are in need of maybe web designers or UI UX product designers as well.
Okay, so I'm going to put my recruiter hat on and try to look at this from the angle of I'm the one who's looking for people. So when you say transition into web development, what does that mean? Does that mean you just completed a course to learn web development, or how did you transition into it without work experience? What do you mean? Like, is it if you just finished school, you have formal education, but you don't have the hands-on experience yet, do you have skills that can be transferred into web development that you already are competent in? Do you have skills? Do you have competencies that can be transferred from what you were doing before into web development? How are you going to demonstrate to me as a recruiter that even though I don't have web development experience, I can excel on this job because of these other things that I've done in the past? So you have to highlight what are the main skills and competencies that is needed for a web developer. How have you been able to build those competencies in the profession that you have been in before? And how are you going to transfer them into web development? So if you don't have the experience that they're asking for, what do you have that you can transfer to what they're asking for? What do you have that will be beneficial to the employer, regardless of what they're asking for that you don't have?
Yeah.
So it's just about positioning. How well are you able to highlight your skills, your experiences, and the education that you have? You must have one of them. You must be coming with something that the employer can look at and say, okay, there's value here. I'll take a chance.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's
And
what I
also
would
just
say.
have a pitch.
Yes,
ready.
have your pitch where ready to sell yourself, ready to market yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like this was the follow-up from the comment about single mother. Yes, you would need to provide a signed form from the other parent, letting them know that they are aware. Okay. So Tracy Ann seems to be answering the question about when they don't ask for proof of funds. I know that yes, when you have a job offer, they will not ask. But the part that I thought was a bit unclear was the non-express entry PMP route.
Yeah,
I just want to be sure that
confusing.
are you talking about something specifically, or does this answer suffice? Please let us know. How accessible are scholarships to international students at USask? I think you mean University of Saskatchewan. It will be on their website. Typically, first of all, it depends on the course that you're going for. If you're going for like a research-based master's program, they would provide funding. Like supervisors typically provide funding. But the problem is securing the supervisor.
Yes.
Because you're competing with many other people who are looking for similar opportunities. So what course are you going for? At what level? That's what will determine the kind of scholarships that you're able to get. Let's skip one. On a joking note, Niger people know they Newfoundland. Oh, there are Nigerians everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
There are Nigerians everywhere. There's
Even
no
in
province.
Prince Edward
in
Island.
the northwestern territories, there are Nigerians there. Okay. Okay, so the 12th grader finished secondary school. Okay, that's high school. Got admission offer from University of New Brunswick to study computer science against the winter term, but without scholarship. Now was scouting for a cheaper school around 15K. You might be better off considering like a college as against a university. And you want to look at those colleges that have affiliations with universities where you can transfer the courses to the university and get into year 3.
Yeah.
Their colleges are cheaper than universities, and they would let you transfer your credit. I know that Saskatchewan Polytechnic has that with University of Saskatchewan. So if you do something in Saskatchewan Polytechnic, the diplomas that are 2-year long, you can transfer up to 60 credits, which is like almost like 2 years worth of work, to the U of S and continue there. So maybe look at colleges, because you might hardly find universities that will be around the 15K range for an international student. I don't think so. Look at colleges like that. That might be a better alternative at this point. Please, can a newcomer move to Saskatchewan after 1 year studies in Ontario? Will it be easy to find entry-level HR jobs leading to PR?
I'll leave that for you to answer.
Can a newcomer move to Saskatchewan after 1 year studies in Ontario? The truth of the matter is that you can actually move anywhere. You can.
You can actually.
If you have gotten postgraduate work permits after your program, then yes, you are eligible to work in Canada, which means I don't think postgraduate work permit limits you to study in particular places. So yes, you can move. How easy will it be to find entry-level HR jobs? It will totally depend on how well you position yourself, because the market is very steep right now. I'm not going to lie. You're competing with a lot. You're competing with people who are already permanent residents and Canadian citizens. So it's just going to be an additional layer of why would an employer want to take a chance if there's already somebody in the country who
Mhm.
has that status that can do the work.
Yeah.
So you have to come correct, like you're bringing your A game, your value has to be top notch for that employer to take a chance. That's
Mhm.
how I see it. Totally depends on how you position yourself.
Yeah.
Can we see a list? How can we see the list of employers before the job fair?
So when I checked, it's yet to be
Published.
updated on the website. I'll keep checking and I will share an updated video on the list of employers.
Alexa's going crazy here. I applied for masters in women and sexual studies for research base, was not given admission. What should I do better so that if I apply again, I can be given? It's going to be hard for me to advise on this because I don't know what you submitted in your admission documents. Did they tell you the reason why you were not admitted? Was it because they had competitive admissions and they went with the most competitive ones? What can you do to increase your chances? The major determinants, number one, is your CGPA, your grade point average. You can't do anything about that because you can't go back to university to undo your grades.
Yes.
And then your supporting documents, like your statement of intent. If you're not writing a letter that convinces the admission office that you know what you're doing, this course that you're about to study is in a proper career path for you. Like they need to be able to see the big picture. What are you
Yes.
doing that for? If
Mhm.
you are not submitting convincing supporting documents to show them that this is what you want to do, don't forget, the school is one part. Even after the school gives you admission, you will convince visa officers as well. So if you're not already getting it right with the school, you want to review the supporting documents that you're submitting. So except they have given you a specific reason why you were not admitted, what you can do differently is look at your supporting documents again, look at your letter of intent, look at all of the things that you're submitting and make sure
Mhm.
that you're submitting convincing information and a solid application. That's the only
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's general advice I'm giving right now because I don't have details into why you were rejected or what you submitted. So
Mhm.
I hope that helps in Judeka. Yeah,
Let me
Mrs. say
see.
Nigerians are in Yukon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
those
it is.
very cold places were
We're
everywhere.
everywhere.
Oh, Tracy Ann, such a sweetheart. Like her name is everywhere. Tracy Ann follows me everywhere. Facebook, Instagram. On my comment section, she's there every week. Like it's support like this that keeps me going. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, apply for SIMP, ONIP. Those are two provincial pathways. SIMP is Saskatchewan Nominee Program,
Original.
or OIMP is Ontario,
Mhm.
which is a non-express entry.
Mhm.
However, while filling the PR application, POF is not on required documents.
I guess you're talking about while trying to feel the expression of interest. Because for programs like this, you first have to show interest, and then if your NOC is in demand, then you'll be invited to apply.
So it's at the point where you're invited to apply, you
that
show
is when
proof
you
of
show
fund.
proof of fund.
Okay. I hope that answers your question, Damilola. Okay, there's so many questions about the fair. You talked about this fair on your channel, right?
Yes, I did.
Maybe guys, maybe you can go and check out the video again on Funke's channel. Just watch the full video and you can put your questions in the comment section of that video. It will be easier for her to just collate because I see a lot of questions coming up about the fair.
Yeah.
Funke, I love this question. How did you convince your husband to follow you? And did he have the mind of relocating already?
Oh yes. He had the mind of relocating, so convincing was out.
It was
of
an
it.
easy sell. Okay.
It was an easy sell.
But I mean, 2 days later, if he's me,
I'm
I will not
telling you.
complain. If he complain, we'll call pastor. Say something's happening here, sir.
No. It was a miracle. It was the miracle we were waiting for, and it happened. So we just had to put in the effort to make sure that our application was well done, and here we are.
Okay. Is it important to have CPHR certificate for HR jobs in Canada? It is not a must-have. It is a nice to have. I am saying this as a HR professional who is not a fully certified chartered professional in human resources yet. Right now, and I am an associate member of CPHR Saskatchewan. I do not have my CPHR designation yet, and I'm working in HR. Now, if you have CPHR designation without experience, it's going to be counterproductive. It will be counterproductive. Like HR experience is going to trump certification any day, anytime.
Of course.
If you are Applying for intermediate to senior level HR jobs, on the other hand, then you will be at an advantage if you have the CPHR designation. But for entry level, it is not, it's a nice to have, like I said, if you have it, great, but it is not a determinant for whether you get the job or not at entry level. Thank you for that question, Yemisi. I think it's a good question.
Yeah.
I recently got Manitoba provincial nomination. Okay. And I have 7 years experience in HR. Just completed my master's in HRM. Great. Will I need to write the CPHR exam to become a member, or is there a waiver? So I think it totally depends on the member association that you're trying to register with. Saskatchewan CPHR has different pathways. So you need to go and see which pathway most closely match your experience and education. If you say Manitoba provincial nomination, so I'm thinking you're asking for the Manitoba Chartered Professional Member Association. So maybe go on their website and see what their pathways to the designation is. If you have a master's degree, I know it cuts off the number of years of experience that's required of you. If you have, so for Saskatchewan, for instance, if you have a diploma, you need 8 years experience after you have passed the NKE.
Oh, wow.
If you have a degree, it cuts that down to 3 years experience after you have passed the NKE. If you have a degree in commerce, say from Canada, you have a Bachelor of Commerce degree with a HR major, you will qualify for a waiver. There are some schools that offer programs that then waive off the exam. When I say waiver, it is the NKE they waive, right? But you will still have to go through the registration and do all the other validation of experience before you get the designation. So check what the requirements for Manitoba is and see what you qualify for. It will totally depend. Like, you can see all the different pathways and you can see which one aligns with you and then take it from there. But I find that the easiest way to get any information when it comes to CPHR is to email the contact information of the member association you're trying to register with. They are usually very, very responsive. Within 24 to 48 hours, you will get the response. So just reach out to them. They will provide the most accurate information. Apply for SIMP.
Occupation in demand.
See all these acronyms that you people used to put here. That's how I used to match line, because half of these things I'm not familiar. Like, that's why I don't talk about how to migrate, because it's very different from when I applied, and these things are hard to keep up with because the processes are forever changing. Applied for SIMP, occupation in demand, got nominated. However, while filing the IRCC PR application, POF is not on the required documents.
Proof of fund is not, that means they didn't ask for proof of fund while filing, got nominated. So when you got nominated for the OID program, have you applied? Did you apply? And did you submit your proof of fund at the province level?
It sounds like she's saying that proof of funds has not been asked at all. While don't you have to do the province before you do the federal one?
You have to do the province and then you have to issue a provincial.
That's not typical.
Nomination certificate before
That's
you
really
cross
not
over
typical.
to IRCC.
Yeah, it's not typical for you not to be asked for proof of funds. So I'm not sure. Thank you, Extra Step CEO. Thank you very much. Appreciate. Yes, so our Thanksgiving Ashwebi vibes. Flower girls. So will a couple need to take IELTS?
It's not mandatory, but it's just good to have.
So the principal applicant for sure
Definitely
needs to.
Yeah, but the dependent or the spouse is not mandatory.
Is that dependent on the program that you're applying for, or is it applicable to all of them?
It's applicable to all.
Because me, I know I did IELTS and I was not the principal. I still had to do it.
Yeah, but it's not mandatory. If your spouse had not done the exam, that doesn't mean the principal applicant cannot still go ahead with the application with you being a dependent.
Does the score of the dependent affect the overall score of the principal applicant?
It's very, very
almost
minimal.
Negligible.
Yes.
Okay.
Very, very, very little.
So recommended but not mandatory.
Yeah.
Hello. So do schools offer scholarships for tech-related courses? It depends on the school. They will let you know what scholarships they have available and what the requirements are. So I don't think it's specific to the course. Is the school. They determine what kind of scholarships they offer. So identify a school first, see what their requirements are. If there are scholarships available, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like you to put me through the bakery trade application in Saskatchewan. So Funke offers consultations, right?
Yes, coffee chats. I
Okay,
call it
coffee chats. So you can book a coffee chat with Funke to ask all of these specific questions, guys. It's a lot of work doing all this research and keeping up on the
Yes.
information and all
Yeah.
of the questions.
Yeah.
So your Funke's page is at Funke Suyi. If you go to our YouTube page, check the description box of her videos, you will see how to book a conversation and she can put you through with all the information you need, okay? I did SIMP as well. However, job offer, so it was not requested of me. Okay.
Oh, now
Someone else who did SIMP and not the job route, POF was requested. So Damilola, could that be what's happening? Do you have a job? Do you have a job offer? Yeah. Do you have a job offer? Could that be why they are not asking you? Because it's not typical that they would not ask you for proof of funds. Hi, thanks for the good work. Thank you very much. I'm 33, have a master's degree, considering the express entry. Okay. Do you think it is a good route considering the age? 33. Do I write IELTS before or after certificate verification? I would suggest that you do it after because IELTS expires.
Yes, after 2 years.
And we don't know how long your certificate verification will take. If it is Nigeria, where your transcripts can take up to 6 months or 9 months, that's depending going to be time counting down. Yes. So maybe when you have verified your credentials, then write IELTS after, so that it does not, you have a lot of time on the validity of the certificate.
Yeah.
And 33 is not a bad age.
No, at all.
I don't think you're, yeah. Okay, Naya Special is asking, I think you came maybe a little later on. Funke has explained in the beginning how she did it. So maybe you want to watch from the beginning and just see the explanation, just so that we're not repeating the same information for the people who have been here from the start. Okay, with a job offer, no proof of fund required. So it's like people are confirming that. If that's what's happening, Damilola, please let us know. But if not, it's not. It's typically not. It's a mandatory requirement if you don't have a job offer. Okay, Funke, now that I have you here, Regina and Saskatoon represented. The major question that a lot of people who are Saskatchewan bound ask me, should I go to Regina or should I go to Saskatoon? So the question I'm putting to you, why did you decide to go to Regina?
Good question. At the end of the day, it boils down to your why. Why did you choose to go to Regina? For us as a family, Regina is more like a bit laid back. It's a bit laid back. It's a bit laid back city, and we like how it is, especially when you have little kids.
But how did you know before you reached there? Were you depending on people who had been there?
I researched about it. I watched a lot of videos, some of the events that will normally happen in Regina, and also knowing that Regina is like your typical Abuja, where you have
the capital city.
Yeah, the capital city, where you have a lot of government parastatals, and then it's a small city. You can get around Regina in 15 minutes.
I agree.
So that one was just it was a no-brainer for us, especially when it comes to school runs, leaving the office, trying to rush over to daycare, picking the kids, transferring them to school. We just needed that easy access where we can get to anywhere we want to go to in the shortest time possible and get things done. So yeah, Regina is home for us. It's peaceful, it's a small city, and you can be what you want to be. It's a place where you can thrive. If you have a business, how you spread your markets is how people will buy it. True. Right? You can build that network of people, and we love Regina in a nutshell.
So given how many times you have come to Saskatoon, if you're going to put them side by side,
no, Saskatoon,
your bias is going to be obvious.
No,
but go ahead.
Saskatoon reminds me of Lagos a bit. I'm
No
telling
way.
you, because it looks like a metropolitan city. It's busy in a way, because you see lots of bridges
Oh, the
and
city of bridges. That's what we're calling.
yeah, lots of bridges, lots of movement. I'm not saying Regina is that quiet or that peaceful, but I think Regina just gives me all I want in a city.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with that.
But
Just
it all
saying.
depends on what you want personally.
Exactly. It totally comes down to what is important to you.
Exactly.
I'm going to compare it from the
Thank
few
you.
times
Not
for the
trading it.
for the few times that I have been to Regina. I'll tell you the things I really like about Regina. I
Mhm.
really like Regina downtown. I like the feel that I get. You can tell that it's the capital
Downtown.
city,
Yes.
where you have all like the high rises, the
Yes.
head offices of most of the
Yes.
crowns, the government, and all
Mhm.
of that. You can tell that, okay, this is a capital city.
Mhm.
I like the feel that I get in Regina downtown. Like the last time I was there, I stayed in a hotel right downtown,
Yeah, you
and I
mentioned.
really like that. You know, I really, really like the feel that I get. But I feel like Regina is a little too sleepy because it seems like everything shuts down as soon as it's 7. When work has closed and everybody has gone up, end of story.
Eh,
Like
but
it's like there's no life
what are
anywhere.
you now looking for outside after
But
7?
like I remember one of the days we were looking for where to eat, and I was seeing restaurants that were closing
No,
at
they
7:30, 8
they close
o'clock. I'm like,
early. Yeah.
are you people serious? There are restaurants that are open in Saskatoon like
Mhm.
midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So when you drive past those places, you will
Yes.
still see life
You still
there.
see them open.
Regina
Yes.
is like they just rang bell, bang, bang,
Time
everybody
to
entered
go.
their house. Why are the streets dead? Very sleepy. But other than that, I think yeah, it comes down to your why, what's
Yeah.
important to you,
What's important to you?
and yeah. Okay. The only thing that we travel to Saskatoon for is Children's Hospital. We see we have one thing that you don't. But yes, yeah, Belle. Really, if it's not
Yeah.
important to you, you will not really know. But
Mhm.
I like Saskatoon, sha.
I
I
like
really like
Regina.
it.
I love Regina. It's peaceful. I can't wait to go home.
You won't come start fight here.
Thanks, yeah, Missy.
Not trading it for anything. Okay, at first to remember, if you look in the description box of any of my videos, the link to my calendar is there, so you can book a conversation from there. Okay. Well, I'm looking at the time. We're going to be wrapping this up shortly. So if you have any
Yeah.
questions, just put them quickly before Funke still has to get on the road. So
Yeah.
we're going to start to wrap this up soon. Are there job opportunities available in Regina, Saskatchewan during winter for international students? The answer is yes. There are always part-time work opportunities available for international students that you can have. You then have to pay attention to what the restrictions on your study permit is.
Yes.
I'm aware that right now there's a policy in place until December of 2023 that international students no longer have that 20 hours a week cap. But by January 1st, 2024, we don't know what that's going to look like. If it reverts to what it was typically, then you would have only 20 hours a week that you can work. So the whatever job you find, you have to make sure that you're within that stipulation and you're not exceeding it at all. So that you don't get into trouble in the future.
Yeah.
So are there opportunities? Yes.
Yes, there is.
The downtown and stadium looks good, of course.
Is it just downtown and stadium? Yeah,
Don't mind Missy. She said the downtown looks. I like the Regina downtown actually.
Yeah.
I like bubbly life. I cannot even confirm
You can say
that
that
I do.
again.
I don't leave this house, you guys. I just like seeing life when I go out, not looking for why will a restaurant be closed at 8:30? I can't wrap my head around that, you know.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Government workers. It's true. Civil service is all that drives Regina, like typical Nigerian civil service. Yeah. That's why. Okay. Hi, Funke. There has not been CEC specific draw since the start of this year. Any idea when guys should expect that? We have people already in Canada looking forward to this. Can you speak a little about that?
That's the Canadian experience class. Well, I'm not an immigration consultant, and I know that before a draw is being done, there's a set of people that will sit down and try to see what NOC codes can, that are in demand that they need to do a draw on and invite people to apply. But for CEC, I can't really speak so much on it. We just hope that very soon they will conduct a draw. But of also, you get to see a lot of other programs as well, like the category-based selection program. You may want to look into other programs and take advantage of them now that it's fresh and people are actually, getting the invitation. So I would say don't just put your eggs in one basket. The CEC is one program on one side. You can also look at other programs, alternative programs.
Great. Is it possible for someone to get a job as a teacher in Saskatchewan from outside Canada? It depends on the country. It totally depends on the country and the province that you're looking to get into. So this video I did about the teaching certificate, I find is the video that I've had to explain the most. I had to do a follow-up video to explain.
Yeah.
And it seems like I still have to keep talking about this. So it depends on the country. What country are you coming from? I heard people share their experiences with me that people from the Caribbean were able to waive some part of the process and they got their designation as teachers before they landed in Canada.
Oh, wow.
So there are countries where this exception can be made. What country are you coming from? What province are you heading to? That's what's going to determine. But blanket, by default, I would say my answer is no. The Caribbean is the exception, not the norm. But the norm is that typically you have to be here and go through the license certification process before you can be a teacher. You can be an education assistant in a classroom, but not a main class teacher. I hope that helps. Neye Special. How much is childcare in Saskatchewan for international students? Well, childcare is childcare, except your school is offering special discount for their own students. That way is the same thing all of us pay. Yeah, the same thing all of us. The most they do is they will provide the daycare, but you still pay for it.
You have to pay for it.
And depending on the age of your child, the younger the child is, the more expensive it is. It's an expensive. It's one of the biggest bills after rent that people deal with. Okay, maybe I'll just take a few more questions.
Okay.
My question is, can a paper-based application PR holder settle in a different province immediately after landing and before their citizenship? What's paper-based application PR holder? Do you mean PMP?
So when you say PR holder, that means you're already a PR.
Yeah.
Or you submitted your application via paper-based, not online. Because there are two types of application submission, either online or paper-based.
Okay.
Settle in different provinces immediately. So it depends on the type of application. Is it PNP program that gave you the permanent residency, or is it express entry?
If it's express entry, that means you have the liberty to land anywhere in the country.
In Canada, yeah.
And you can move around. If you're express entry, you land in, say, Alberta, you don't like it, you can move to Manitoba, you can move where you like. If it's provincial nomination, however, it means that it is a province that gave you nomination. So you said that you were going to live in that province. Yes. That's why they gave you permanent residence. Yeah. So the least you can do is go to that province first. If you are not able to find a job, or the adjusting into life in the province that you apply to has become difficult, the recommendation is that you write to the provincial nomination body in that province to say, these are the challenges I'm facing. I've not been able to find a job. I have now gotten a job in a different province, and I would like to relocate my family to make our more seamless. Yes. People have gotten away like that. Keep that evidence that you wrote. Most people who did that, the government responded to them to say it's okay that they could move. But to not show up at all or go and land in another place, it will affect you during citizenship. So you don't create problems for yourself. Just do it the right way, okay?
Yeah.
If that's not what you mean, please clarify, okay? So that we can tackle that well. Would you advise the principal applicant to land, try to settle in and secure a job before the other family members join? I love this question. Okay, what do you think?
Two good heads, eh? They're better than none, okay? So the thing is, when it comes to finding job, it's not cast in stone. You have to be prepared, even when you land. Settling is a different ball game on its own, because you're trying to register, you're trying to get a house, you're trying to build a network around you, you're trying to apply for jobs. Applying for jobs is a lot of work. And then allowing just one person take on that burden you can't really put a time frame to it and say, okay, in the next 3 months, he should get a job, he should have been settled, then we can all now come. My own perspective will be both of you, your entire family, you land and then
Slug it out together.
slug it out together.
So I have a slightly different take on that. And this is
Okay.
why. If you had asked me this question 2 or 3 years ago, I would have said exactly what you just said. But when I see the cost of living right now and the cost of things right now,
Mm-hmm.
I will advise, if you can, let one person come first. This is why I say that. You're coming. If you watch the last two sit down videos I did, I made a video talking to guests.
Mm-hmm.
This is how to behave in people's houses. And the last time I then talked to hosts to say, this is how to treat people who are in your house.
Mm-hmm.
It is always going to be easier to house one person than it will be to house
Entire
a family of 5.
True.
Your settling in process, if somebody is going to support you, I will be able to go grocery shopping for one person than
the
go
entire
grocery shopping
family.
for 5 for
I
free.
totally agree. Mm-hmm.
With the way things are right now, I would say if you can come alone first, do it. That's what I would say. If you can, do it. Just to make that settlement not just easy for you, who's the newcomer,
Mm-hmm.
but also lessen the burden on the people who are going to be helping you transition.
Yeah.
It's always going to be easier to support one than
Mm-hmm.
to support 5. I know a few people who have done it in Saskatoon. Came, found a house,
Mm-hmm.
found a job, then their families came. That transition became more seamless.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, he did not need 3 people's cars to go to the airport to pick his family. He just needed an extra one for like luggage and things like that. So yes, it's going to be hard separating your family. There's that emotional part. Especially if you have young children, it might be hard being away from your family. But if you think long term, if you have the money and you can afford to come with your family, yes. But if you can't, it might be worth it to consider one person landing first. Go and slug it out alone and make it easier for when your family then joins you. It's inflation that has changed my mind. It's not, I want to keep families together, but it's not easy, man.
Yeah. But if you have the money, why not?
IT or social work in terms of job opportunity. Social work, you need certification. IT is straightforward. IT is IT. Project management is project management everywhere. So you might be able to get jobs faster in IT. Social work, on the other hand, you need certification to get in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what our family has decided to do. That way, someone can continue working in their home country while the other person settles in Canada. So it's like
fantastic,
double-edged win. Okay. Thank you. I'm scrolling fast now because we need to wrap this up. I have experience in tech, but my degree is in education chemistry. Is it possible to use the education certificate to get job offer in tech industry? Do you have any tech certification? When you started doing tech, did you have to take any certification? Do you have any education to back up your tech experience? If you don't, you might need to consider getting something, because I don't think an employer will take education chemistry with tech experience. That's what happened to me when I came. I had HR experience, microbiology degree. I had to go back to school. So yeah, you might need to take a certification at least to back up the experience you have. I heard it's $10 per day for children as regard childcare. I know that Ontario has started it. No, it's childcare.
Okay.
Yes, I know Ontario started it where it's like $10 per day for childcare per child.
But it's not here.
I don't think it's everywhere yet. I know Ontario has started it. I don't know if it has happened everywhere. Congratulations. Thank you. Do we have university in Saskatchewan with tuition fee for postgraduate program? I don't understand the question. Yes, there are universities in Saskatchewan. I can answer that part. But if you look on their website, their tuition breakdown is always there.
Yes.
Which NOC code does project management fall under? You might need to look that up. Do you know?
I don't know
off the top of your head.
Yeah, I don't know the number off my head.
For tech jobs, skills and certifications are necessary. Yes. Okay. So that's the last. One question. One more.
Last question,
My husband is currently a student in Saskatchewan, and I have open work permit. But we decided he comes first, and then he finishes, and we can join him. though we plan to visit from time to time. Fantastic idea. I agree. It's going to reduce the pressure. If you come here, you can't get a job, it will put pressure on your husband. The person
Except
is a
if you try,
student, yes.
applying from your home country,
Yeah.
applying for a job. Once you get a job, then you can consider moving.
Okay. Lillian, I'm not sure what you heard. Is this the childcare comment? Oh, yes. Okay. So follow up. It's now $10 a day in Saskatoon. Well, I'm not aware. I'm sorry, I don't have children in daycare, so it's hard. That information is not right within my radar. So yes, if Tina has children in daycare, I think if she says it's $10 a day, then maybe they have started implementing it. I'm not very sure. Okay. So yeah, maybe they have started implementing it, but then you have to now think about, is it particular daycares? It would be licensed daycare centers.
Yeah,
what does the wait list look like? That's another thing to consider. Okay, so this is the last comment I'll take. I don't regret following you, Fume, Miss Yemisi, Feimak. Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so that's the last question we'll be able to take. You guys, this has been fun. It was nice celebrating with you guys. You guys got me emotional and almost teary-eyed at some point with all your kind messages. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't followed Funke yet, please go subscribe to her channel. Say hello from Team Marina. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Let's keep the growth going. Thank you guys so much as always for your support. And Funke, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me
very
here.
Nice to have you. It was nice playing host, even though she refused to let me be the host. This one wants to do everything. She wants to do everything. I said, sit down, let me serve you. No. She wants to watch.
Thank you so much for the sumptuous meals.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Always such a pleasure as always. I appreciate you guys. Thank you to 30,000 of you. I do not take you guys for granted at all. Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving to my Canadian family. It is Thanksgiving tomorrow. I hope you have one reason at least to be grateful. You guys just gave me an additional reason to be grateful. So thank you. I hope you enjoy the holiday. I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving and spend it with friends and loved ones. And until we come your way in our individual channels, because Funke is dumping me in a bit. Until we come your way in our individual channels, as always, it's your girl, Marina, saying thank you. And another girl,
Thank
Funke.
you. Thank you so much, guys. Really nice to meet you all. Thank you, Marina.
See you guys
Congratulations,
again.
Marina.
Thank you.
Bye,
guys.